Lose game one at home, you don't go on to win the series, especially 3 straight times. So to me, A is the lie.
Which is what I thought as well, and we're both wrong. Never lost, never lost. After taking a 1-0 lead. I don't know why I keep doing that, but I love it. Cavs did win by 1 in overtime, many calling it even Ty Lue actually referred to it as basically a steal. Game 1 in Toronto. LeBron carried the load, recorded a triple-double. 26 points, 11 rebounds, and 13 assists. Check this out. When he was on the floor yesterday, he was in possession of the ball 53% of the time on offense. That's right on par with his average in the post. During the regular season, the ball was in his hands on offense 43% of the time when he was on the floor. Is his time of possession with the ball good strategy for this team?
That's great strategy. Everybody, when you have an iconic player like LeBron James, guess what? You give him the basketball and make all of us better. This is how Kyle Korver and J.R. Smith exist. They don't create shots for themselves. This is how Tristan Thompson scores. He's not grabbing offensive rebounds. It's drop passes from LeBron James. Every person on the Cleveland Cavaliers, other than LeBron James, does not have the ability to create for themselves.
Right.
And I can illustrate that, and here's the problem. I agree with you. Having the ball in his hands at all times is the right thing to do. The problem is he can never sit down. He can sit down for a second. Let me give you the numbers when he was not on the floor. When LeBron James was off the floor last night, Tristan Thompson was the only player on the Cavaliers who made a shot. Thompson was 2 of 2. The rest of the Cavaliers were 0 for 11 from the floor when LeBron is not on the floor. So that's the problem, is that they rely on him so much that he can't sit down for 3 minutes. That is ultimately going to catch up to him.
I got a comment for both of you guys. When did we start to analyze the fact that superstar players play a lot of minutes in the playoffs and think that that was too much for them? In the analytics era,
yeah,
because I don't remember
that.
looking at a Michael Jordan or Magic Johnson or Larry Bird stat sheet like they're playing too many minutes.
But they did sit. You know what, Hembo, I'm going to need some numbers.
So
get me some Michael Jordan numbers on how many minutes he would average during their 6 championship runs.
He played
some number to illustrate
He played
that.
every second of the fourth and overtime. Like, no break.
And he was dead. He was dead tired. He was, what was he, 0 for, I had the stat written down here.
He was 3 of 15.
3 of 15 in the fourth quarter and overtime because he's exhausted. He carried the entire load in Game 7. 2 days later, he's carrying that much of the load here. Listen, he's the best player. I'm not arguing with you about that. What I'm saying is
needs to sit.
It's not enough just to say his teammates have to step up. They have to be able to get him some sort of rest. Do you not agree with that?
Well, here's how you get rest. Get the lead, blow the team out, then you ice
But
your
they
knees.
did.
They're not good enough.
They're not good enough to do that.
They're winning all these one-point games.
Unfortunately for me, I played against the Bulls in the playoffs during their last championship. Played against Shaq and Kobe during their first championship. Phil Jackson was a common denominator. I remember being on the floor thinking, does he ever take these guys out? Like, this seemed like they never came out of the game. And so when you have a great player, that's what happens in the postseason.
But
this is why you pace their minutes and all of that during the regular season.
I understand that, but with Shaq and Kobe, there were times when Shaq could sit back and let Kobe do the offense. There were times when Kobe, they're just going to get down low to Shaq, and Kobe could take a nap by the three-point line if he wanted to. LeBron, the point we just made, the ball's in his hands.
There's no Robin.
53% of the time when he's out there. So he gets no rest whatsoever, and for what it's worth, he's 33 years old. I know he's superhuman, but he's 33 years old. This has to catch up to him.
Now, it's not a recipe to win the championship.
Right.
But it will be a recipe to win the Eastern Conference. And I know we're looking at the paper and like, man, Philadelphia looks great. But then they lose to Boston.
Yeah.
I know we're looking at Toronto. They're the #1 seed. They have home court advantage. LeBron just came off Game 7. The reserves haven't played well. The other supporting cast haven't played well. And then they go snatch Game 1.
Okay, but the Cavs, they needed 7 games to take care of the first round. You're acting like all of a sudden now because a couple dudes woke up for the second game that this is it. I'm not there yet. It's been too much of bad for me to just say, no, they'll be fine.
For all of us that follow NBA basketball, when you're in a 4 versus 5 matchup, that's going to be close.
Okay.
It's unlikely when you see the Pelicans as a 6 seed sweep the Blazers. Normally that doesn't happen.
That's insane.
That's an anomaly. 4 versus 5 series should be close.
Let me get one more stat from you, Hem, because all of you watching, you saw it on your screen. He posted there, Michael averaged over 40 points every year they won the championship. How many minutes has LeBron James played in the 5 wins the Cavs have so far in these playoffs? Because that, to me, is the decisive number. He got, what did I say? How many minutes did he play? Yeah. How many minutes is he averaging in the 5 games the Cavaliers won? Because that's the part of it. They were getting blown out in Game 6. He can sit down. But he's basically out there every second when they're winning.
Think about what you just said. Michael Jordan had Scottie Pippen.
Right.
And still played over 40 minutes per game.
But look, you could tell me, how big a difference is there between 40 minutes and 44 minutes?
It's not much of a difference because you can pace yourself. You truly can.
All right.
And it's about the opponent. He's resting on defense, Michelle Beadle.
Thank you, Jalen. Meanwhile, on planet Earth, after Pacers were eliminated from the playoffs, remember the Victor Oladipo thing? He texted his trainer, was going to get right back to work. Well, that inspired 39-year-old Mavs star Dirk Nowitzki, and this is what he did. When did we start? I told you 4 years ago that you were done 4 years ago. Your game is... Oh, no! It went away! Well, anyways, he just referenced Havlicek that his game has been awful, and it was just a complete total mockery. There he is, in decline, says he stole the ball from you. Oh, it just keeps on going. I like it. I don't know who did it. I don't know if this is a Dirk Nowitzki thing. That being said, if you wire me 561 Bitcoin, we can start tomorrow, to which he responds, aggressive.
As players have transitioned to later in their career, like Dirk, like Kobe, I like the fact that they get a chance to show a different side of them via social media. Dirk has a really good personality.
That was funny.
Was that actually his trainer?
The guy,
Was that him? Did anyone else think that guy doesn't look like a trainer? I mean, he could be a trainer, but that didn't look... Did anyone else have
I don't know what...
When that popped up there?
Yeah. Like
I don't know. It was funny. It was self-deprecating. I like both.
I loved it.
Okay, we have got a lot coming up here, including SportsCenter tonight at 6 o'clock Eastern Time.
Oh, what's going to be on there?
They're back on the course. Tigers tour return. His first time playing since the Masters.
That's
Carson
fun.
Wentz sits down, goes one-on-one with Sal Paolantonio, and Stephen A. Smith breaking down the NBA playoffs. All that and much more. SportsCenter on ESPN and on the ESPN app. All right, Andrew Luck is back at practice, but we'll tell you why that return may not be everything Colts fans want it to be. Shefty will join us with those details. Plus, wait until you hear what might have happened if the Browns didn't take Baker Mayfield. What a story. It's next.
Insurance that won't replace the full value of your new car? You're better off throwing your money right into the harbor. Gonna regret that.
With new car replacement, if your brand new car gets totaled, Liberty Mutual will pay the entire value plus depreciation. Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
When you brew a beer with this much taste, 96 calories seems like a typo. But it's no mistake. It's a small miracle. What are you holding? Miller Lite. Hold true.
At Jared, we turn feelings into jewelry. It could be a piece designers create just for Jared, or a piece we custom make just for you. Because we're more than a jewelry store. We're jewelers. That's why he went to Jared.
Okay.
Is that Marcy? Why does she look so great?
Oh, I just signed her up for the Fuel Rewards program, and she got instant gold status.
It's almost like she has a glow about her today.
No, it's the instant gold status. She's saving 5 cents a gallon on every fill-up.
Maybe it's a haircut?
I'm pretty sure it's the instant gold status. Here, check it out.
Oh, wow, I look great, don't I?
Yes, you do.
With Gold Status, you'll save 5 cents per gallon on every fill-up. And if you join now, you'll save an additional 25 cents per gallon on your second fill-up through May 27th.
Hi, Marcy!
The King's turning up the heat and bringing the spice with these spicy nuggets. Filled with juicy white meat and priced at $10 for $1.69. A deal so hot you can taste it. 10 spicy nuggets for $1.69. Only at Burger King.
I've been making blades here at Gillette for 20 years. I'll bet I'm the first blade maker you've ever met. There's a lot of innovation that goes into making our thinnest, longest-lasting blades on the market. Precision machinery and high-quality materials from around the world.